Months of hard work came down to this.
The country that EXCO has voted for to host the AFCON 2027 is
a surreal moment for the delegates from East Africa during the announcement in Cairo, Egypt. The joint East African bid won out against bids by Senegal, Egypt and Botswana.
The dream has come true. It is one thing to take the Uganda to the Africa Cup of Nations. It's one thing to bring the Africa Cup of Nations to Uganda. And we have achieved both.
Back home, local football fans were equally thrilled about Africa's biggest football competition coming to the region.
That was a good news for this year. And I believe as Uganda, the East African region at large, it was a good move for us.
You know, it's a big tournament because it's usually monitored and watched, you know, from all over the world. So I know Uganda, cameras will be on Uganda.
The Africa Cup of Nations will for the first time since Ethiopia in 1976 be hosted in East Africa. The last attempt in 1996 had Kenya stripped of the hosting rights for lack of adequate sports facilities. A joint hosting will have its demands.
You think Tanzania have what they can build on to make themselves ready. Kenya already have what they can build on to make themselves ready. You want to believe that Uganda, especially the government, now needs to put their best foot forward to make sure that we probably also have what we need to pull this one off. And it goes beyond the stadiums. You're talking about the road networks, you're talking about the hotels, you're talking about the training grounds.
CAF says it will routinely send teams to evaluate the progress made by the nations in readiness for the competitions. The success of the bid may have elevated the region's status on the continent, but there will be work to do to make the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations a memorable one. And there are already guarantees, with all three governments of Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania committing to support the organization of the competition. Ssenyange, SABC News, Kampala, Uganda.